Hello everyone, my name is MrFrogger. This is the Northern Lights SMP, and this is not my base. This is MiniWheatsMC, and today we're going to help him out by working on his airport terminal building. Today we're going to experiment with a different build style. Mini asked me to do this a while ago when he delivered the villagers to me, and I kind of put it off because, well, if I'm honest, it's not really the style I'm used to building. And so, yeah, we've been putting this off. But I've been working in my creative test world for a little bit, and I think I've come up with an idea that could work. My only concern is I'm not 100% sure how to fit it in this world. And so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to my creative test world, and we are going to look at the build there, and then we will build it here later on. And here we are with the kind of design that I was thinking of as a kind of rough design that we can use and repeat over the whole area. And Mini has given me a few kind of sample pictures that he would like to work from, and I'm trying my best to kind of match that, but also match something that actually would work in Minecraft. As I said before, I'm not 100% sure how well this will work in the environment. So I think what we're going to do is build this kind of small sample in place, and we will then see how it works and get together with Callie and maybe Mini and try and kind of figure out the details and make this work in our world. So we have all the blocks gathered, and let's just get started and time-lapse this little build. Now this is kind of what I had in mind as a design, but I've replaced a few blocks and we're using the white concrete instead of the grey concrete here. I think we can go in and add some powder though to kind of give it some texture. And in here on the floor, I decided the grey concrete powder looks good. We just need to make sure, well, we don't get any water in here. And generally speaking, I'm still unconvinced, and I think what I'm going to do now is meet up with Callie and kind of figure out how we can improve this, because neither of us really do this modern style, so maybe between us we can figure it out. But I had a vision of adding like a viewing layer so people could sit out and watch the planes, and maybe we could add a bit of green and life in on that viewing layer, maybe above this, but we got to figure out how the roof would work for that. So let's go meet up with Callie and see if we can't make this build look amazing. Callie!
Hi.
Hello. I know I told you, hey, come and help me finish this. This is what it's going to look like. But you took too long, and I spent way too long in my brain, and I now hate this. And I have a different idea. I won't say better idea, but a different idea. So if you're willing to help, I think we can make it way better than this.
Sure, let's go for it. I mean, I did do this to you the other week, so...
Oh, that's true.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. So the exterior of the build is done, the interior not so much. I really do like this one. It's very different from what I normally do, but I really like it. I really enjoy the copper and the warped of the wood. We still need to figure out what to do with those bits, but the rest look good. And up here I've built these kind of viewing platforms, which I think I'm going to make some benches and probably some leaves and kind of make it a comfortable place to sit up and watch the airplanes. Inside we've done nothing yet, but I want to meet up with Mini, talk through his options and what he's feeling would fit inside his terminal with his villagers and everything before I do anything. So I think we will meet up with him at some point in the future and talk about interior decorating. But I do want to work on these 2 viewing platforms, and then we should meet up with Mini and talk about the way forward. So on these 2 layers up here, I'd like to build a viewing deck on one, and on the other, I think some form of like a zen-ish, garden-y kind of relaxation. The reason I'm doing this is in the airport near me, they have like a open air viewing deck, and I think having that is quite a nice thing to do to relax when you are traveling, because traveling can be fairly stressful. And I think what I want to do is go in with an oak floor and then add in some quartz stairs, as like a chair kind of thing. And we can even use some slabs either as like a chaise longue relaxing part, or we could do it like this as like a table. And I think that could work really well. So let me replace the whole floor with this oak and place out some of these chairs, and I'll bring you back. Now we have our chairs in place, I think what we should be able to do is add a few kind of composters around the place with some azalea bushes on top. I think we should add a lectern here as kind of a it's like a sign, I guess, to show you, hey, what kind of planes can you see around here? Maybe Mini could write a book with some explanations around the planes. And the next thing I want to do is I want to play around with like a water fountain. So if we take 2 of these slabs, put a button on the top, and I have 3 options for the glass. I have dark blue, light blue, and cyan. I think I want the light blue. Yeah, I think that's the best option. And we'll add, ooh, you know what? Maybe a pressure plate. Stone pressure plate on the top could look great. Yeah, I think that looks very cool. I think we can add a few of these around the place. Very cool. I like it. I need to figure out what to do with lights, but for now, I quite like this. And I think we should work on the kind of Zen garden on the other side next. So for the Zen garden, I'm thinking a bit of coarse dirt, maybe a path running through the whole thing, and then a few bits with maybe some water, some stone. I'm not sure whether I want to keep with the concrete or whether I want to go to, in certain places like a sandstone. Might be too much of a clash, but let's figure something out, shall we? So I think first thing we should do, let's just replace the whole thing with coarse dirt. So actually I've replaced it with dirt, well, grass, and I think what I want to do is figure out like a windy path through it, and then we can figure out boulders and rocks and water features and coarse dirt and that stuff later. So this is the middle as far as I know. So let's just go this way and come back and kind of make a path. Yeah, I think this could be cool. And then we can go in with our coarse dirt and texture it as we go along, and then figure out, like in here we could do some leaves and some kind of grass and flowers and stuff, and in this side a nice water feature. So let's gather the stuff and let's do that. So I have a combination of andesite stairs and stone stairs, and I think I'll just go around and create an edge of it through the whole thing, and then along the bottom I think I will go stone and andesite in slab form, and then all we need to do is fill this up with water. I did want to experiment with some chiseled stone and maybe try and figure out, I don't know, feel like almost a stone outcropping statue-y kind of thing. So let's try some andesite first. Yeah, that could look good. And then on this side, let's do a little one out of stone. Yeah, that looks good, those two. And I want to experiment, maybe in this back corner here, if I replace this dirt with some sand. How does that look? Yeah, I don't hate it. We could even make a few buttons and add them on the stone. Add the buttons on the sand. Yeah, that could be cool. And in this corner, I think we do some greenery. Nothing too big, maybe a few bits of bamboo and some leaves. So let's start with the leaves. So let's just add a little leaf tower and maybe another one here, something like that. And then add a few of these little plants around. Yeah, I think that's cool. And then we can go in with our bamboo. And I think the bamboo could also go here as well. So if we do the usual bone meal a couple and add string to the top. One there, and like this is probably more than enough. And we still need to go through, so let's do it now. Go through and replace in some coarse dirt. I wonder if I should add some fences in as well. If we do something like this for fencing. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we can add some flowers in this section, I think. And we need to get some... Probably need to get some grass, actually. Yeah, I think a few flowers everywhere always helps a build out. And I think in this one in particular, a lot of grass over the place will be cool. So if we just go in and add some of this grass... Yeah, I think that's looking cool. But I think for a little bit of decor on each side, this little Zen garden and this little modernish viewing platform looks really nice. What do you think? So let's meet up with Mini and see what he thinks.
So, Frogger, I was just talking to the audience about how you and Callie have been putting in a bit of work while I was away in the last couple of days for me for the other part of our IOU from where I dropped you off of the villagers.
Yeah, here we are with an attempt at modern. I can't stop seeing a face from above the door.
The blue with the orange middle?
Yeah, with the big cheesy grin. Yeah.
I don't know how you get rid of that one.
You don't do that. That's how you get rid of it. You don't make it look like two eyes and a cheesy mouth, I believe.
Yeah.
I had a design and I sent it to you. I also built it up and I couldn't get behind the idea. And so I spent a bit of time researching modern in Minecraft. And this is my interpretation of modern in Minecraft. It is quite blocky, right?
Yeah, that would be my biggest thing. Standing just straight at the build and looking forward, it feels very square, and I don't know how much I really like it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Coming at it from an angle, like standing over here and looking towards the build, now that I can't unsee the face, it looks awful, but if you can ignore that again for a minute, the shape is good, but it doesn't look as square from this angle, and I think that's the biggest thing.
At least it looks like two faces now, because before, when the roof wasn't complete, it looked like angry eyebrows.
I think the one part I'm still really unsure of is the center piece here. And I think maybe we can find a way just to add in an additional door out, maybe. I think I need to just sit on it a little bit and kind of live around it.
As with all my builds, they come with a, if you don't like it, I'll help you tear it down guarantee. When you figure out what it is you want or what it is you don't like about this, then we can come back in and try and get you something that you want. We've already done this with Callie, so we may as well do it with you as well. If we get rid of it completely, I might ask you to recreate it somewhere else, because I really do like it for a first modern build. Maybe without the faces, though. So after that meeting with Mini, I'm taking a moment in this Zen garden to relax and think about what it is we're going to do next with this build. But in all seriousness, I'm completely happy. If this build isn't exactly what he wants, that's no issue. We can help him figure out what it is he wants and build it up with him. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It has been my first foray into modern style builds, and well, I didn't hate it. So maybe I'll do some more in the future, but let me know what you think. And also, if you have any ideas or suggestions that could maybe help Mini out going forward, please do let me know in the comments below. And until next time, bye bye.